Now, I call Convey RC of ICAI, CA NG Girish Nadik sir on the dais. Director of SIRC of ICAI, Deputy Convener, CA Praveen sir to come on the dais. Thank you all. Please do the thing. Now, I request our CP convener, CA NG Girish Nadik sir, to welcome the gathering.
Happy morning to all of you. Respected distinguished speaker, CA Ramjenji, Deputy Convener, CA Praveen, President of our Davangere FCA Association, Student Party, Secretary Ramesh Shetty, President of our Davangere FCA Association, respected members, CA students, staff of our CA community. A warm welcome to you all for today's seminar on office automation tools. 1st July is an unforgettable day for all chartered accountants, but for Davangere chartered accountant, the celebration starts from June itself. June is a great month for us. We are reconducting the joyous occasion of much eagerly awaited opening ceremony of this CA Bhavan during June 2023. The feast started from May 2023 itself, and every member was concentrating on the inaugural function. The contribution of our members and the unity of our members made the occasion in a grand scale and deep into our memory. The very purpose of formation of Davangere CA Association is to enrich the knowledge of chartered accountants and CA students. Though it took more than 15 years to complete this gigantic building, it is a unique one. I thank all our members and our past presidents and EC members of this present for this great cause. I am glad to inform, after opening this gigantic building, Davangere CP chapter has conducted more than 12 programs from last June to May 2024. During previous week, the ICAI conducted All India CP chapters online meet. During the course of meeting, it announced that Davangere CP chapter is one of the very active CP branch in All India level. All the success and high appreciation from the ICAI is because of the splendid support of our lovable members. I thank all our members, speakers, students who have supported for this great cause. The entire credit as well as the recognition from ICAI goes to our members. I thank all our past CP conveners who tried to elevate our Davangere CP chapter in a high level. Coming to today's topic, office automation for practicing chartered accountants. We are witnessing sea change in the world. with respect to technological developments. The mirror effect of all these developments always falls on the commercial world. We, chartered accountants, being certifying authority, should know the technology to the reasonable extent, if not on the expert level. Coming to the working structure of the CFMs, previously we were depending much on the articles and less on the paid assistants. Day by day, the articles came down and we were much depending on the paid assistants. The present advancement in technology was not adopted by us very fast in our practice due to many factors. Maybe lack of understanding and high cost involved in purchasing software and our mindset to prepare for the changes, all these made it a bit delay. There are ways and means to adopt such an advancement in technology in our office work, which increases our efficiency, increases our perfection, precision in work, and improves standards in multiple angles. To train us on this much appropriate topic, we have distinguished speaker, C.A. Ram Jayanti from Chennai. C.A. Ram Jayanti is a national level trainer. You may be wondered to hear, he was in Jaipur 2 days back. Yesterday he was in Ahmednagar and Pune, and today in Davangere. Tomorrow he will be in Bellary. This is a short picture of our C.A. Ram Jayanti's position home. In spite of his hectic schedule, C.A. Ram Jayanti has agreed to train us. On our request, I wholeheartedly welcome C.A. Ram Jayanti and present moment. We will be having Akshay Kumar, Chartered Accountant from Davangere. He will be assisting us for this today's seminar. I welcome Sri Akshay Kumar in his office in Shia. Arranging 3 seminars, the 2 week by week, was a challenge to us. For the information of the members, as per the Institute of ICA, CP chapter should not conduct programs on last basis. We made a budget of this program and find it difficult to match the expense and probable income. We thought of sharing the portion of the expense by other CP chapters. Though CP chapters did not accept, Bellary branch came as a helping hand with the help of Part Chairman of SIRC, C.A. Pannaraj. I wish to convey my sincere thanks to C.A. Pannaraj for arranging speaker as well as linking Bellary branch of ICA. We have been conducting seminars on varied topics relevant to our CA profession. Whenever we arrange a seminar, our members supported me. Your support alone encourages us to conduct more and more programs. I wholeheartedly welcome all our members from Ranemandu, Haveri, Badgi, Durga, Shumoga, Shivalkappa, Kottur, Chikaripura, Hatnalli for today's workshop. I welcome our CS students, office staff of CS. I once again welcome you all and trust this will reach to your expectation. I thank C.A. Rajamendrakar, C.A. Nitish Jain, C.A. Praveen for extending their help and Gagannadi for helping to arrange this program. Friends, next week, it's on 8th of June, we have second portion of this office automation program. I request you all to come in time so that we can commence our workshop as we scheduled. Once again, I welcome you all and trust this will strengthen in our functioning of the daily duties. Thank you and all.
Thank you, sir, for for welcoming all. I invite CA Jaksha to introduce today's speaker, CA Ramajayan sir.
Myself, CA Jaksha. I'm here to introduce our tech speaker for today, CA Ramajayan sir. Sir is a practicing chartered accountant, a faculty, a data analyst, an IS auditor, and a speaker from Chennai. He has transformed his career from his family-owned business of retail trade and a transport company to the profession of a chartered accountant. He is passionate about technology, data analytics, business process automation, and also involved in developing various fintech products for the benefit of chartered accountant fraternity. He is also a visiting faculty and a trainer for faculties at the Board of Studies and SIRC of ICAI. Apart from being a qualified chartered accountant, he holds a master's degree in commerce and diploma in information systems audit from ICAI and also diploma in international taxation from ICAI. He also has various other certifications in the field of information technology. He is proficient in the programming languages like VB.NET, VBA, Python, TDL, Django framework. His areas of interest include ERP implementation, data analytics, business process automation, audit automation, risk advisory, integration among various ERPs. Currently, he is handling the implementation of new advanced ITT course pan-India by conducting various FPP programs and contributing to the course materials, cases for the students in the new program through Board of Studies of ICAI. With this introduction, I introduce our speaker, CA Ramajayan sir.
To invite the most awaited speaker of the day, CA Ramajayan sir, to commence today's seminar.
About a VPN called Raspberry. Now, I just want to know from the crowd, how many of them are chartered accountants? Okay, and so how many of them were articles and trade assistants here? Okay, fine. So, let me start with this like this. For example, since Friday of last week, I have not gone to my office. I'm a proprietor. In practice, it's been 4 years. I'm an associate member still. Maybe by July, I'll be a fellow member. And I'm not gone to my office. My things in my office are moving. Any approvals been approved. Any report has been validated by me, in spite of me traveling all over the country. So, most of you would have the same problem when you say it's probably the lights in the beginning can be turned off. I don't know how many of them are sleeping. so you know, we have a trouble. Now you are sitting in this office, and I think I should have taken this session at the last moment, but anyways, as an order, I'll go. You can sit here and do all your office work by sitting in the same place. Fine, sir. Yes, sir. So you can sit here and do all your work in your office by sitting here. You can even go and print a file in a printer in your office. So basically, you know what happens. You work in your office with a network environment. All the client's files are saved in a computer. We call it as file server. The printers are connected. And the moment you turn on your laptop in your office, all the files gets connected. When you plug out the machine from your office, use it in your client place or use it in a place like this, the tally license will not come, number one. The network files will not come. You cannot use any office applications. Any locally run Winman or things you cannot run. If you want to use what is the solution you have? Yes, sir. Pardon? No, if you are not VPN, what you are currently using? Okay, some cloud files you will download and use it. Sometimes you will use TeamViewer or any disk, remote tax applications, which logs in, sometimes disconnects, the other person to go okay, and things like that. Yeah, otherwise you need to have static VPN, something like that. Now, I'm going to give you a small tool, maybe another 15-20 minutes, which will bypass the requirement of static API, and where you can work with your files wherever you go with your laptop, and does not require anyone in your office to manage that or give okay to it. So I get my point. So you can sit from here and work on with your office. The work will go as smooth like that. That is what I'm going to demonstrate you by the way of VPN. Okay. So in order to demonstrate, because everything is connected in my laptop, you will think that I'm already done, so it is working. So you will have to find some difficulty in your machine. So I want some volunteer, probably partners in a firm, who brought their 2 laptops to give me a laptop and or stay alongside with me in the dais and do some downloads so that others can also do the same. Any 2 people? Or I would ask the volunteers, we have 5 volunteers back up here to, one of them to come here. Yes, sir. You have one more partner, sir, someone? Alright, sir, I'll be last one more volunteer to join you. Yes, please come with the laptop. So friends, now what happens is, we will assume he is in the conference. We will have one more person, because he does not have a partner. So please come here and put your laptop here. We will call Avinash also. We will try to connect both the computers. We understand it is in the same internet, same environment, but we will make sure Sirs is the main machine and Avinash is the client machine, or Avinash is attending the conference. He is going to use what the files are there in this laptop. I will demonstrate it for the matter of 5 minutes. After that, you can also try. This is the idea. And I'll tell you, sir, there are a lot more advantages than this. After connecting, you will know. Problem in the triangle. It's a small file, 24 MB file. Unless you are already from the wrapping this, just keep it. ADMIN, Radmin VPN. Wi-Fi password here. I think I can do my laptop. Just hold on here. So friends, please see the screen. I want you to click the free download and download this tool. I want you to click the free download and download this 24 MB software. Sir, you can click it. It's going very slow, probably you can switch to the Instagram story. You are saying ICA, some other name like you. Yeah, channel about 2.4 or 5G, whatever. Yeah. So, can I give the password? When they access the Wi-Fi, the password. screen. After it's being downloaded, I want to double click and install it. Run the program. Install. Mostly it will not ask you any questions. Yeah. You will get a screen like this. Yes. Just take out the screen, sir. Just take it. Friends, I want you to see the screen properly now. Just 1 minute. Now please tell me, let's decide now. Sir's your good name, sir? Sumant computer should be a server or a client. First we have to decide that. Okay, so since sir is sharing, I will make that as a server. Most likely, if you want to create a server, that is the main machine, you need to use the option called create network. If it is a secondary computers like laptop, you need to use an option called join network. Okay? So friends, at the moment, even if you do the steps from now on, you cannot be able to demonstrate because you need two machines. Am I right? One is client and the other one is server. So you have downloaded, keep it ready. That's it. It's done. Now I want you to pay attention to the screen. Okay? So now, sir, please go and click create a network. Okay, now you can put any network name, sir. For the time being, we will put ICA underscore demo or something. Case sensitive, sir, we need to note it down. I want everyone to see the screen because after this you cannot do the steps. You need two computers. I want you to see the steps. Okay, put any password, sir. Any password. Maybe later also you can go and delete it, no problem. So now you just see the network name is ICA demo. It is case sensitive. We have to note it carefully or keep it in our mind permanently. Give create. Sir, if it is created, friends, I want everyone to see the screen. If it is created, the network name will come like this. Okay? So you can just click on this. Double click. Okay. Nothing will come unless one more computer joins to this network. One more computer joins to this. Now I want Avinash to connect this laptop. So now Avinash will open the VPN. He already asked us because he is using for the last 2-3 months. Now he is going to open the VPN. Avinash, screen is not coming. No, Avinash. This thing can be connected. I will show you. I'll say disable. My computer is out of all the networks. For you it will be empty list. I'm going to network, join network. Yeah, sir, I want you to put the name and password. So whatever you have given in the create, you need to give it here. Now both these computers are in the same network. Everything is there, sir. I told you it is case sensitive. You need to remember the network name. Yes. Create some folder in your Share. Put some 4-5 documents. So friends, what is the name of my computer? RAM PC. I can just go double click here, change anything. What sir's computer is? Dell. If multiple computers connects here, it gets added to the list. For example, around 100 computers is connected to my machine. When you take all these computers into account. For example, For example, I'm doing a virtual CFO related services for 2 of my clients. You know what the client would expect? Me to come there, open his books of accounts, see their files, and respond. But you know, I don't go and visit most of them. Hardly once in a month. Sit here, connect all these computers to any one of these network, access their diary, access their files, everything. So sit in my office and do everything. Not only in my office, I can go anywhere. I work on any place. Now, see here, the network signal is become 0. Now, one problem, like my computer is not connected to the internet, or sir's computer is not connected to the internet. Yeah, because mine, everything is working, it says online, it says into mark here, so its computer is not connected to the online. Now, what happens? In a local area network, you have a router and a network switch. Every computer is being connected through a wire, desktops. Laptops are connected through a Wi-Fi. It becomes a network, all computers are joined together. Like that, my computer and sir's computer connected through an online network port. That port is called VPN. So VPN stands for Virtual Private Network. So I created a virtual network out there on the internet. Only we two can able to access the files. Okay? The problem with the internet? Yeah. Now, sir is going to share a file. Sir is going to share a file. I'm going to access a folder. I'm going to access the folder and use the computer. That's it. This is the technology demonstration gets completed. Correct? Okay, okay. So did you share a folder, sir? Yeah. Yeah. See, now it is connected. And every computer here will be allotted an IP address. Don't think it is a public IP address. If you put this IP address, it will not work for you. It is an IP address inside this VPN. No one can able to use it. I'm going to say run a path of the computer and press enter. Sir has already, I asked sir to create a folder in the desktop, share. See, it is selected. Ask sir to put dummy files. There is no permission, I guess. So sir has to give permission, but we will stop it, sir. We will stop it here. In the users, public will be there. I'll see, yeah. Public folder is there in the users folder, sir. Okay, maybe I'll go to public, create a folder here. New folder. So go to the public folder, sir, see whether I put a test folder or not. See. Internet is a bit slow, I guess. So it is new folder only. Yeah. Test is created. Sir is going to put a document out there and see whether I can be able to access it. Picture, sir? Lower refresh. So friends, what happens? I can able to access the file, double click, work on it, save it, close it. I can do anything. In my PC, you could have seen there are 3 network computers connected. I pinned their IP addresses, right? So anywhere I go, I click on that, my office computers works. You're getting my point, friends? Now this is working. So now I can, if server's stand is printer, I can double click and install the printer. Print it from here to my office. Many times, you know, I want to do something, I write a letter, I do some manual filings, I just do draft everything and just give a print to my office. So it will be always loaded, always on time. It gets printed and they will understand, yes, we have to make 2 copies out of it and post it. So thank you so much, sir. So now please tell me, or what is your feedback on this, and what are your doubts on this? Sir, you can right click and delete the network. Yeah. Yes, yes.
Both the computers should be in the network and it should be.
It be not necessarily a network. It could be different network connected to the internet.
Suppose if the server is off, can I use the?
Nothing can be done, sir. It's our network computer works. Both the computer to be connected to the network, both the computer to be turned off. Otherwise it will not work. So you can right click and delete the network, create something new for you.
So can we install the application in the shared folder and we use it?
Yes?
Usually like there should be a network for example time. Can we install the?
Sir, I'll tell you something. If sir, let's assume he is connected to the office already, Tally, as a client. He installs this in the Tally server computer that is connected to the network. He is also connected to a Radmi network. He can come out, he can turn on it. You're getting my point? I'll show you a demonstration, sir, on this. Because many people, we want to use the Tally with the license. The Tally guys will say, okay, got, fine, you come to me buy a standalone license, pay 25,000 rupees. You need no. You can work with Tally multiple uses. So I'll show you how it works. So what I'm going to do is I'll go to my Radmi and I'll rather disable, I'll leave the network, okay? I'll leave the network, sir, nobody's there in the network, sir, you can delete and do. So this is my network, ram_ca, I'll enable, multiple computers connected now, this is my computer, RAM server, that's it. Originally in the network I configured Tally, now I'm just going to double click on Tally, sir, see what happens. It is in the educational mode, I'll quit Tally and reopen Tally.
So we can use Tally in 2-3 computers in the office.
Yeah, as well as in your laptop and sitting here.
Provided that system should be on.
Yeah, of course, yes, sir. Sir, now as you can see, I got my license.
No.
But, no, can you see this, sir? I got my license from educational to gold. And I'll also show you, sir. Tally has introduced something called virtual user limit. I'm using it for the past 5 years. Initially, this limit is not there. So basically, what happens, everybody in the country can have only one Tally license. And they can use multiple versions.
So we can computer, we can.
Yeah, they limited this for the last 3 years back. So people started to use, VPNs and other cloud-related technologies. So they limited the thing, and I also bypassed it by telling Tally, no, it is not a VPN, it is a local network, by altering the IP address. But he is currently testing on it. But in another screen, if you go to help, it will show you are using 1 out of 10. In the upper screen, I think it will show you are using 1 out of okay, I cannot find it now where it uses. So you will note it somewhere that I'm using 1. So 10 computers can be connected. So what if you won't even connect more computers? No, here like this. For an additional version.
My another laptop also I should have lightning.
Exactly. And you need to, one laptop should be created a network, all of the computers can be joined together. So ideally the main computer you won't need a network. All of the computer.
Files shared should be in the server.
Yes. Either way, sir. I'll tell you either way. For demonstration purpose, I said server should have files. Even mine self also server can access.
Sir, in my license Tally in 1 laptop. Now I have
Is it a single user or multi-user, sir?
a single.
Okay. So you want to use it in another computer? Sir, actually, single user, how many computers can you use, sir?
10.
No, 1, sir. Only 1. But there is something called remote user concept in Tally, which can be made to use 2 users. If you are going to use single user, and at that time you are going to only do 1 time here, and afternoon you are going to log into another machine. You can have every time you can surrender the license, work it in that machine. Then go surrender, activate, surrender, activate, surrender. That mode you can work. This is only with respect to the multi-user mode. Yes. So any other questions you have? I'll tell you something, sir. With respect to security, I'll tell you. Sir, I can show you a computer here. I'm working on this computer, sir. It is the server in my office where I'm working from here. It is a server from my office. I'm working on as a remote desktop application from here without any problems connecting. This is the Casper Sky application I'm using, sir. I don't know whether I can able to show that to you or not. No, I cannot show you. I think I'm sorry. So last week, multiple people are trying to log in into my machine, sir. Within VPN, can anyone log in? You put that IP address also, it will not work. You know what happens to my machine? This is a slightly a bigger server where two network is connected to the single computer. It has around 1,500 Mbps of internet speed. 15 people are using at the same time the files and services. But it has two static APs apart from the VPN. Two static APs. Someone spoke about static AP here. So it has a static AP. From the static AP also we log in, and multiple things, 2-3 endpoints we have created, just to make sure that even the VPN page we need to access the computer. That is the idea. There is a couple of instances. One is from Ukraine, another one is from Moscow. The IP address. People are trying to log in from these machines multiple times. So how they can log in? I'll show you. Because I'll show you our own Mother Institute example. ICAI. Member search. Sir, have you ever used this website? You know what will happen? Any membership number, sir? Don't worry, sir, I will not do anything. Any Nagesh? 2? Double 2? 83. Nagesh, you are on 1/4/2023, you are not a member, Nagesh. Any other number, please?
20455.
204?
55.
55? Rajendra Babu. Sir, I got your address and things like that, sir. Now you came to know how our council members are reaching out to academic elections. Okay. So now, There is an IP address here. Most of you would have used it, right? See here, sir. But don't tell to the institute, I'm going to do an official complaint on this. I'm going to put the IP address to the remote desktop application. I am connected to that Windows server, which hosts this list of Windows. Maybe my internet is a bit slow here, I guess. Not my computer. Do you know whose property is this server? It is asking me to put the username and password. Off the line, I know username and password. I can even go and create Avinash as a member from 1984, give him a 5-digit number, and add in the search. So this is the IP address. It's a static address. It is open. It is open. Anyone can access it. Now tell me, sir, it is risky? Or no, from the security angle. You know what did I do? Immediately I cancelled, one is active, another one is happy, I cancelled the static IP address. I add one more VPN, I added like this running, I'm running my office. So from the security angle, this VPNs are far more superior. It only creates a network, no outsider can be able to access the data or do any wiretapping of it. I'm very sure. There are paid VPNs like 40 gate or something, which you need to have a one-time cost of say 40,000 rupees, 30,000 rupees with a hardware come VPN and additional cost of 10-15,000 a year. We can also use it. Where the speed will be much more higher. Yes, sir. I think your question is answered, sir. Or still you want?
We have a practical issue.
Yeah.
Actually, customers using their own sharing system or
Ah.
by unknowingly shut down system without closing the window.
Okay.
Someone has tapped that.
So nobody is there as any desk for me to log into this my computer in my office. I can work any application, Tally or whatever. I think the internet is a bit slow here. Slightly bit slow. I'll try after some time. Okay, now it's connected. So just see, this connection will never get dropped unless there is a network issue, and it does not work like any desk. But both the people will see this thing. One will have control of the mouse and the keyboard. It is not like the other person will get logged off. As well as normally I am working. Any application, for example, I can have Tally. I'm a Tally developer. I have the software called Spectrum in my office. Everything works from this place. And see what kind of clarity it has. I don't need another personal assistant to take control. So you can just go to some internet problem here, and you can just go to remote desktop settings. I just want you to note it down. Remote desktop settings. And see here it is switched off. It is switched off by default. In your server computer, you need to do, you have to turn it on, confirm, and on your user you want to add RAM workstation. Already this main user have access. If you want more users, you can add, and anyone can connect to my server, my laptop, within the network you offer remote desktop connection. You do not need any desk which is a third-party application. This is Windows to Windows connection facility available as a remote desktop. Now I'll turn off for security reasons. So through this you can work within the VPN, you can work with this remote desktop also. So I'll tell you typically, how my office works. The computer to chip connector is roughly costing me like 70 to 80,000 rupees, probably maybe around 1 lakh. It was turned on in the middle of 2022 August. This never turned off then. Just a 1 lakh worth of computer, never turned off. Maybe 1 or 2 times we cleaned the racks and that time we turned it off and we kept it all of the time just running 24/7. And a decent level of UPS in my office, maybe 2 days of also backup will take. And it works continuously. I don't worry about anything. Morning 5 a.m. I woke up, I go and access the client files. People will say, yesterday I completed the job. I saved in the computer, I go and access. So it can work synchronously. Sometimes it used to happen. I have a 2-year kid in my home. I need to leave to the office before he wakes up. Otherwise he will not leave me. I will just sit in the bed, start working. I haven't opened my laptop, I get my office tools. So this is what the VPN uses. There are some more small uses which you can later by use, you can able to use. And any other questions I'm ready to take before I go on. Yes, sir.
Can you demonstrate the remote desktop?
What is that, sir? Okay, I deleted the network.
Not using the VPN. Just like you connected.
Yeah. There are 2 computers to be connected, sir, to a network. And one computer can.
Same network, same LAN.
Same LAN also you can use it, sir. Same LAN, you put the IP address will get connected. People can use it. You can just Google it, sir. Anything remote desktop. Yeah. So any other questions, sir? Fine, shall I close up? And any other doubts you have? Any about the functionalities, disadvantages or advantages of the system?
The IP address or the laptop IP.
Pardon, sir?
IP address. Or laptop IP.
Sir, the IP address is not a public IP address. I tell you, no, you can just connect that admin IP address, put in your machine, nothing will happen. Like institute's IP address, you saw any machine, you can put that, you will get into the screen. So this IP address is an internal IP address of the VPN. It is not a public IP address. Randomly assigned number. Yes? Shall I move? So what are the advantages, sir? Can somebody list me of this VPN? Says a lot of time. 2 offices are there. 2 offices there, 2 locations. I know, in Chennai like city, if you measure the length and breadth of the city, it will be like 40 kilometers by 80 kilometers. People will have one office in the North Chennai and another office in the South Chennai. This could work. So on the move you can go and work. Many proprietors ask me, Vinesh also ask me, sir, you are here for 2 days, how do you manage your office? This is how I work in my office.
No cloud.
Pardon?
Cloud data not required.
Cloud data not required. Cloud will have one more copy, you need to retrieve it, it gets updated. It's a confusion. Now it's right on your network, I can work. I've seen this in my Chennai. I've told this to people. They started using it. Vinesh also is using it for a while. Nowadays what happens, they connect the VPN, come and sit in the sessions like this. By the presumption they are hearing me out, they also do their office work. Because they are as good as they are in the whole office. Alright, so let me just check with my coordinators. Shall I move on to the next session or should I need to give a break for the team? Yeah, and I want to know from you, there is one session we planned at terminal end of, for example, if somebody asks me my email ID, I tell them ram@ramajayam.in. Ram@, this is my email ID. Many chartered accountants In fact, I checked with Adidas today, hey, come on, what is your firm's email address? He said, Pandra at some gmail.com. So I said, I don't know about this particular Tier A city. Tier A cities like Chennai, the moment people see their card, see whether they have their own domain or not. Some Ramajan.in or some associates.in. And to have that, the cost of having a personalized inbox mail ID would be say between 1,000 to 1,500 for a year. I want to know how many of you having such a personalized email inbox here. 1, 2, 3, 4, only 4. Others, you want to know that? Yes? Yes? Yes. So shall I take this for another 30 more minutes, sir? 11:30, fine. Because the next session, if I start, I need people's attention at least for 1.5 hours without a break. I don't want to do that. Let me first do a email ID. Again, if you ask me how many email IDs I have roughly around 7 domains, like Ramajan.in, GSTauditor.in, like that. So I don't want to do it with myself. I want any volunteer who really want to purchase, will spend 500 rupees, purchase and configure a mail ID. This is option 1 I'm giving you. Option 2, I'll just show you how to do it and we'll do it.
Even ICH has also given CA domain.
Yes.
For its members.
Yes, @ICH.org. So you want somebody's going to volunteer and will really purchase it, or you want me to just show a demonstration? Okay, I'm not complaining on this. I'll just show you a demonstration. So later you can just check it out. Sir, online would be better, sir. Please try to arrange it, sir. So friends, the step number 1 is you have to just go to a site like this, a big rock. GoDaddy. These are Indian domain registers. I'll tell you something about what is the difference between the terminologies like domain, hosting, or sometimes called as web hosting, email, and they used another friends, you should understand few concepts. Like, there is something called registers. For example, ICA is a registry, it takes a list of members. ICSI will take the list of company secretaries. Like that, registers are there. 2 famous registers in this part of country, or in this country, is Big Rock and GoDaddy. You can go and create an account in there with the registers and buy something called domains. So domains are www.ica.org, www.rajendra.com, whatever you wish, you can go and buy. The price of a domain will be as low as 99 rupees a year, as high as 2 crore a year, depending upon how many characters you have inside the domain. And the .org or .com is called as TLD or a top level domains. So you have something called .in, .edu, you would have seen many things. So everyone has its own price. Okay. So you need to go to the registrar, create an account, check whether such a domain is available or not. If ICA.org is taken, you cannot buy it. Whatever is available in the internet, if nobody is claiming, you can go and claim it and pay the appropriate fees and use it. You can pay the fee for 1 year, you can pay it in 5 years, or you can pay it in one shot of 10 years. Then that domain, you are the owner. That .com or .org, you are the owner. You can create your website using a web hosting. You can also create your email and other. The first step is buy a domain. Second step is configure. Okay, I'm going to show you how to buy a domain. So this is bigrock.com. Here you need to search for a domain. So Avinash.com. Let's see, you have a laptop. What it says? Unavailable. Avinash.net. Unavailable. You wasted the time, Avinash. Avinash.online is available, but it is 32,000 rupees a year. Avinash.mba, CA is not there, Avinash. It is 2,700 a year. Okay. Avinash.network is there. It is 300 rupees a year. The-avinash.com, it is 69 rupees first year and it will be slightly higher later. Avinash.net, you can just go and browse and see what it is. Click on to buy. You add it for 5 years or 4 years or 1 year you can buy it. Until that the domain is there. Avinash only. Nobody cannot claim it.
What is the use?
Yes. For example, Avinash buys this. Avinash.com. So Avinash.com, you can go and create a website called www.avinash.com. And the website, you can see what kind of services he is using. But for that peer review and other things, you need to have a, am I right, sir? To have the count of website, you get 5 marks. Am I right? There's something like that. No? And Avinash can create CA, email ID, ca@avinash.com. Like that, you can go and create multiple email addresses and put in his visiting card or customized visiting card that he has a website and CA Avinash. You getting my point, sir? I'll tell you something, sir. One, I met a faculty in Kolkata last week. I have a domain called gstauditor.in. This is the domain, www. How does this look like, sir? Without my name is Ramatayam. I have a website called ramatayam.in. How does this look like? Okay, so what this site will do? This site will go and convert all your GSTR1 JSON or 3B JSON or your 2A JSON or 2B JSON, multiple files into single file and give it to you free of cost without any login. I'll show you a small demonstration here. I'm going to upload some series of GSTR2A, 10 files, click 2A, that's it. In a matter of 3-4 seconds, the 10 files got consolidated, converted into Excel and downloaded. Okay? It's being downloaded. So now I'll tell you, there is one more website called gstauditors.in. Still opening. Okay, this is some chartered accountant from Bangalore has purchased this. gstauditors.in minus gstauditors.in. The member from Kolkata Eastern region is saying, sir, you are a master, so you purchased this domain and you holding it for a few years, almost like 4 or 5 years of using this. He's saying it is a master stroke that you got a domain with the name GST Auditor. But I'm not commercializing it, I'm just giving a free utility out of it, just without any kind of data is being withheld. But the point is, friends, this domain tells lot of story. Now, if I say I hold the gstauditors.in, anyone can purchase from me. Now tell me what is the price I can fix. And every day 300 or 400 people are opening the website to convert my domain. Just tell me how much I can able to charge for the domain, at least just sell the domain. So domain is like a virtual property. It tells you more of your character, or if in case you need to use it for a professional purpose, or if for any generic purpose, it has a value. So I hope I cleared your doubt, sir. Your doubt is clear? So you have to go to some sites, big rock or go ready, add it. After adding, I'll show you how it works like after adding. This is my site after adding. I'll go to my account. These are the websites I have. It is slow here, sorry. Yeah. So there is a website called TechCA, which I'll be introducing you shortly. There is another one is for my Rotary Club, another one is for another business I'm doing, another one is gstauditors.in, another one is ramjain.in. Everything has its own expiry dates. So I need to go and buy that something that I bought 5 years back, 4 years back, 1 year I renew. I can just click and renew it. All these are my intellectual properties. Nobody cannot have a website on these things. So after adding, I need to do small configurations inside this, log in into Zoho mail, and create a customized email ID like ca@avinash.com or something. You can also use Microsoft or Gmail also to do this. Or the cloud web hosting provider also will create an email ID for the same. Okay? And why Zoho I recommend? The email IDs are free for first 5 years. If you have only 5 email IDs and less than 5 GB of space. So, like this you can go and buy email ID and off it. So what are the advantages you get? So for the peer review or for the firm's evaluation, the institute has given a checklist. So if you have your own domain, you get some 3 points. Or your own website, you get 5 points. So all of this can be customized. Generally, you have your account in Gmail or something else, you get a lot of spammers, and the scam messages will come. In a personalized domain like this, those things will not come. And when you give a card to your client or a prospective client, the client will also think much more higher than with you, because you have a domain and you have our own email ID also. And also with respect to the mails in the inbox of Gmail. There's a bit of, since it's a public cloud, account, there is you know very well, you create a Gmail ID, you leave it for 5 months, you log in back, what will happen? We're flooded with scams and the spam mails, because everyone knows the mail ID. It will be very private only you can have. So most likely the information will not be leaked out, it will be very secure. So initially you need to spend 500 600 rupees to purchase that. Zoho will give you 1 or 2 years free until 5 email IDs. After that, post that you need to spend a little over 1,000 rupees to any provider. I think Gmail gives you 1,600 rupees a year. Microsoft gives you 200 rupees, one inbox for a year. So currently, my setup, I have a domain called this Ramajain.in, which I have 5 email IDs over there. One for my personal purpose, another for office purpose, like that. Put together, I'm paying around 11,000 rupees a year because I have 80 GB of mail data. A person who sent me the email long back in 2016 also, I have that inbox. Everything is being detailed. So that is how I'm going to. So friends, I'm ready to take any questions on this. Am I too first? Should I reduce my speed? Right? Yes. Yes. So any questions, sir? Others? Will it be advantages to the phone? Like this? It will be advantages. Yeah. So also it gives you a lot of impact, sir. For example, I've given some services over this GST auditor and things like that. Many members are coming to me, yes sir, the domain is great. Okay, I saw one more TDL update. I saw this item updated in your blog. So it keeps on going. For example, I'll tell you the usage of this domain. One last example before we go for a break. Maybe in fact everyone look at this. There is a website called techca.app. You can log in to the site. techca.app. So friends, how it looks like? Lot of small pieces of code, pieces of tally automation, SQL queries, all these being discussed here. We just started 1-2 months back. Okay, so here.
Python is language or software?
So Python is a language, sir. And people in North India are asking, sir, Python is it an animal? Okay. And we go and in Python we go and tell few topics like pandas and
You have learned that language?
Pardon, sir?
Python language you have learned?
So I have learned, sir.
Okay.
So again, Python has been introduced in the CA syllabus. People who are going to do an advanced IT from July 1 must just learn Python for 5 days.
How much time it takes that to understand?
So for me it took around 45 minutes, sir, to just learn and start with.
You said my mother was wanting to teach me, I said no.
Pardon, sir?
Python language.
So please learn it. I'll tell you what is going to happen. I know Python 5 years back. The website we're working in Python. The GST converter tool is working in Python. I just work on with myself. Pandara sir has arranged a Python session. I see him like my father. I go many times I call him and see. I tell some kind of scrap. Suddenly he catch out one point. Yes, you have to do such like this. So the last week of January, before he demits his office, we thought of doing a 2-day session on Python. I thought too much I'm doing. You won't believe. We did not put that as a announcement in the SARC official site or a mass email to all the 4 states. Because we plan only for 25 registrations. SARC, some of you have visited, the infrastructure out there. We had an option to do with 100, but we feared whether we will succeed or not. We conducted a 2-day program. Mr. Ravina's also attended that program, and later, after that, 10 people became very accurate. They start to write Python scripts, 5-line script. You run it, it will open Tally, get data out of Tally, analyze the data, also close Tally, analyze the data, render a result in email automatically just by click of a button.
Detect fraud.
Pardon, sir?
Easy to detect fraud.
Anything is possible, sir. We are using it, and we are surprised to know Python is introduced by ICA in the advanced IT syllabus. I'll tell you, personal viewpoint of advanced IT syllabus, current syllabus, it is at least 15 years old, sir. My personal view. Now the current syllabus, we have introduced all these things, and by the time next 2 years the chartered accountant comes, they will be at least to the regular average accountant that in terms of technology, they'll at least be 10 or 15 fold ahead of you in terms of technology. So all of this, for that program, we plan to create this, some small automations is given. Still we are trying to put more, and we have created other applications like Tally and this TDL and other things. Now, data analysis for TDLs only we are going to use. For the current session, you need to go log into the last post, and Tally connected version 2 only. We are going to click and download it. So, and you need to just log in to download this files, these 2 files, version files. So it becomes like a forum. And this is one of the examples of how I'm using a domain called techca.app. So this is the advantage of having a website. So a lot more things being done to it. I can do an automation out of this. Suppose I need to send a WhatsApp file to somebody. I have one more website where I put it in as a FTP file. From there I pull out the file and send a WhatsApp. Many other things can be done with the domain, but my first request is if you do not have a customized domain, please go and buy it, own it, before somebody takes it. I've seen, I'm not that big of, marketer, Parras or other senior members will say, go and put a video, create a YouTube channel. I started to create a YouTube channel called techca.app, or techca, to share. And I found out there are 12 channels already. I created some people, many people joined. I think I have only one post, I guess. Still, I could not figure out what email ID used to access the channel. But this kind of domain becomes your own proprietary, and it also has some value. When you later migrate to the phone, when you later sell this. Your practice as a going concern to somebody, it also has a lot of value. So now tell me, sir, if I wish to sell off GST auditor, some will be interested, right? Give me a price, something like that. Or maybe if let's assume Avinash purchased domain by avinash.com or something, in another 4 years he became the president of ICI. And another 5 years he want to retire. So won't we buy the domain? Something similar to that. So it has a value. Okay. So I think done with this email, and you have any questions and domains, you have any questions, you can ask me.
So then we use the domains in Outlook.
Yeah. I was about to show this. Since we are not doing anything practically, I stopped telling this. So this domain can be having a website or through a web hosting provider. The hosting provider itself will give you the email ID. That can be used with Outlook.
Not the original.
Not the original. Pardon, sir?
The one which we purchased, can we use that one in the Outlook or the one which is provided by the hosting?
No. Web hosting is a person who will host your website. Who will host your website. For example, the GoDaddy itself will host a website. But same like, for example, I'll show you. Here, GSTauditor.in. Here itself you can buy a website. Sorry, buy an email ID. Business email. You can buy here, I have 2-3 email IDs, 100 rupees or something like that. but data cannot be accessed here. You have to use it through the Outlook, that is Microsoft Outlook installed. So anything the web hosting provider gives you, you can use it through Outlook. Or email providers also you can use Outlook. Again, if you have your domain, have your customized email ID, you went to Zoho. With the customized ID, you went to Gmail. Customized ID because ICA also provides the Gmail. Customized ID, you went to Microsoft. No problem. With that also you can use it in Outlook line. Anything you can use it in Outlook.
Zoho is just like Yahoo, Gmail.
Yes, sir. So any other questions? I think somebody. Yeah.
Once the domain is purchased,
Ah.
so very often for us to create the content templates of the website.
So there will be a lot of things here. For example, I'll tell you a story. So for all of this domains, I have a website, sir. You know how much I pay? 0 rupees. I don't pay anything to host a website. Hardly. I'm paying any sum of money. This techca.app, the website, many people have started to use it. I'm paying around 110 rupees a year. 110? I can also very well market that to be 10,000 rupees a year. So there are 100 options of you to create a website, sir. Somebody will say 10,000 rupees for what?
What is the advantage of buying your website?
To me, no, you have to go buy somewhere, sir.
You said you are selling.
No, I'm not selling. I'm doing it, but I'm not selling it. It's for my services. I'm not going to. Sir, if you ask me the list of businesses I have, I'll go mad. So I don't want to get into anything. Okay? So I think a decent web developer will charge you 5,000 rupees for a website. And web hosting, you need to beat him down. Don't pay that. In my case, I would say I'll not pay more than 1,000. You start with 7,000 rupees a year. Just make it do. I'll not go get into this. I can tell you, maybe 3 hours of session, I can tell you how to own a website for free. Like how I do, I don't want to waste the professional time on this. Alright, any other questions, sir? Sir, yeah, some has its own way of designing also, sir. You can also create, sir, 1 or 2 pages. They will charge you 100 rupees per page for a year. If there are some, I'll show you. So after going here, I'll tell you, sir, DNS, cloud hosting, domain hosting, single domain hosting. I think this is single domain hosting, sir. Website builder, free email. It must be having, sir, I have not used it. It must be having a free email inside this. Site builder, yeah. This is a site builder, sir. Get a professional website for your business now, by now. And I drag and drop, create 2 pages on this. And it will tell me, definitely will tell me some price. Bit slow here. So with that you can go and buy. So this is my website. I copied from somewhere. I asked my guys to put it, and some work is going on behind this side. Again, it runs for 100 rupees a year. Okay, some error with the clock. So you can have site builders, website builders like this. You can have 2-3 pages website.
So we can have only the full technology.
Pardon?
We use this.
No, sir. You can just click, drag, drop. 4-5 model will be coming.
I'm asking about by searching this, just like push and pull technology is there. So we should use the full technology.
Correct, sir. Everything is pull only. There is no push technology. You cannot just send it or something like that. It will be a very plain vanilla website. Not with any kind of SEO optimization that it goes and sits like that. Nothing is there. That you need to pay contact a regular website developer to work on that. Yes, all your questions are answered. What Avinash, you want questions? No. So I hope I suggest every small and medium practitioners like us to own a website, so that it will be like a legacy to. And again, many of the council members, the branch committee, aspirants are doing like this. They create a website, they do many posts on that. I've seen Mr. I hope you know Mr. DC Jain. I guess. Yeah. So he is a past chairman of the Southern Region, SARC, 4 tenures before, during COVID times on the side. See, now he has a site like this. A menu, a recent post. Almost every week he has one post. No errors. Subject by CS. So a lot of things. Now this gives a outlook to the client, like service contributing or many things on the technology perspective, like a blog he has made his website, so that people can go and know this, search this for that. Okay. Yes. So shall we break for 3? Alright, 10 minutes. Thank you, friends. A serious session from now on with respect to audit. But before that, I want to tell you something. How many of you using Google Drive or OneDrive to save your files? Oh, great numbers. Yes, hands down. Have you ever seen you having a data, especially a tally data or Excel file, in OneDrive, in a computer, it gets saved. And another laptop, you have a Google Drive or OneDrive, the same data, it also gets saved. And when you open the same file at the same time, in both of the machines, save a different data, the other one gets overwritten and it says duplicate copy of the data to be created. Yes? And sometimes, with respect to tally data, it gets corrupted. Rewrite and it gives a lot of errors. You can, in that situation, the OneDrive or a Google Drive can be used in that one main machine. One main machine. All others can be connected through the RAM. So you'll have only one synchronized copy of the data, which will work properly. I had this problem, that is why I migrated to RAM. And exceptional cases, my VPN gets failed. That time alone I will download I log into the OneDrive, download a file and it will work out. Otherwise I will never ever work on with that. So this is an important advantage over the cloud storage to the admin. So the point I am trying to make out is, don't come out of the OneDrive or Google Drive, it's the best option for you to do. But at the same time, try the other machines not use that OneDrive, only one machine uses the OneDrive and all the data stored, and use admin for the other machines. Okay. So let me just quickly go on to the next option. TDM. So now I just want some comments or some kind of feedback from the students, especially who are doing the final course or who are in the third year of articulation, sitting over here. I want you to see this case and tell me what is to be done. Let's assume you are principal or your chartered accountant got a new audit case, GST audit case. The books of accounts is maintained in Tally. There are 8 type of sales vouchers created, sales services, rules like that. Voucher type itself, there are 8 for sales. The total turnover is around 75 crores. Your auditor is not the tax auditor or the statutory auditor of the organization. You are only doing GST audits. First time it is coming. The tally data, the total turnover is 75 crores. The tally data has an opening balance difference of 4 crores. People have used journal vouchers. You know, input has been taken only with 2 vouchers. Purchases voucher and journal vouchers. But you know, now our accountants are crazy. What started to use with take input with the payment voucher also. So they do multiple vouchers and try to take input of any of these vouchers. And you all know credit note. Not all the credit notes to be reported. Only the credit note pertaining to a outward supplies to be only reported in GST 1. But there is no credit note bifurcation of what is related to outward supply and which credit notes are related to a inward supply. Likewise, debit note also. So all of these are there, and there are around 14,000 vouchers for sales, 25,000 vouchers for input the purchases and journal items. This is the data given to you. So frankly, I don't want any answers from the chartered accountant sitting here. I want answers from you, articles and paid assistants. Tell me how many days it will take for you to analyze this data and come out with the initial observations to your principal and to the client. Or how many hours you need to work on this? Don't worry. You can just tell me. Yes. Any guess?
2 to 3 hours.
2 to 3 hours. Anybody?
If you use any data analysis
A tool to do it?
tools,
Yeah.
we can do it in around 20 minutes or more.
Yeah. I'm going to introduce you similarly like that, where you can complete the analysis in a time of less than, say, 15 minutes. It looks like a election manifesto, no? I can just show you. Also this year of election. Okay. How many of you, I still recall all of this, Mr. Panaras told me in the last year. He told me important information. By the virtue of he being a chairman, was a past chairman, chairman of SARC, I think he takes part in the proceedings of the disciplinary committees. He told me, by stating somebody from the rural part of Andhra Pradesh and one case in rural tier B cities of Karnataka, he says, Ram, do you know, around 70 to 80% of the disciplinary cases against a chartered accountant comes from tier B and tier C cities. Not from Chennai or Bengaluru, other cases. That's it. And he continued to tell me that technology and embracement is the reason for people getting caught into this. Then immediately I asked, what happens to the 30% case? He said those people know what they're doing and wantonly committing giving a wrong statement or something, get into the disciplinary proceedings. And also he told me, by advancement of this technology, usage of these automations, a lot of things can be avoided. Now I'll tell you another case. I am closely held the company with some investors outside. MSME, so I rely on most of the borrowed funds to run the show. So what if I borrow sometimes in cash? So what kind of provisions will I try for the company? From the income tax and from the company side? What kind of reporting to be done? 269 SST, then 48. Pardon? I didn't get this. Okay, 43B and 185 and 188 disclosures in the company side. Now, as an accountant, let us assume I have 25 accounts like that, I want to hide some accounts from the purview of auditor. So what should I do? How to hide that ledger from your viewpoint? It is there in the loans and liability and secured loans. What you would suggest me to hide it before I hand over the document? So how to hide this ledger, sir? Sorry? Yeah, regroup under. See the balance regroup under data. There are some techniques being used by some of the clients, which I found out. They will issue a check on 31st March. A PDC, post the books, entry in the books of accounts. It comes in the BRS, does not come in the balance will be zero. And 1st of April they will go and we all know. But I'll tell you friends, let's assume it's a very serious company and all the company manages the things with that. And all these ledgers, all these transactions are mapped like this. And there are thousands of debtors or thousands of creditors. How to identify this? Is it possible? How? Any idea? What's the thing? So, and in the same case, let's take assume we have 45 loan accounts like that. We have 2,000 debtors and 1,800 creditors. 3 accounts I just mapped it. How to identify those 3 accounts? Out of the whole list of 2,000 or 1,700.
What's the demo transactions for the whole year?
It has transactions, sir. It has transactions. He is actually relevant by identifying through the voucher type on the transactions. But you need to undergo the 60,000 transactions in the whole ledger, whole books of accounts. Is it tricky? So currently we are going to work on this area. I tell you, you can be able to identify this in less than 10 seconds. Less than 10 seconds. One example. I'll try to give another example as well. Suppose you know edit log, right? Many of the companies has to work with edit log. You will get GSS tally. If I tell you there's 2 vouchers I have altered, what you will do? Go and open the voucher, see what is the previous version, current version. But I'm not going to give a clue at all. I'll ask Avinash to come to my PC and ask him to modify anything, delete anything, to play with any kind of deletion and additions. And he's not going to tell me what he has done, like our client. Do you think you can go and find all of this, what's been in spite of the edit logos system in the accounting application?
No, how to do this in SAPs?
Pardon, sir?
SAP, bank ledger.
No, but the context is like tally here, sir. SAP does not allow you to alter anything. You can only do a rectification of the entry by passing in an additional reversing journal or something. So I'm speaking with respect to tally here, this whole context is with respect to tally. So how to identify this?
And so audit vouchers.
Pardon?
Finding the audited vouchers.
Yes, how to identify it, sir. So all of this can be done in the current session, which we are planning. Again, many cases this will also happen. I'm just giving a use case scenario, what kind of problem statement and what kind of solutions or what kind of problems and opportunities we have on this, and also threat on this area. I'll give you one more example. How to identify a ledger which is created post-March, before it's being handed over to the auditor, and the entry is posted back in the financial year. What do you call this, sir? A predated, backdated vouchers or backdated entries. So all of this can be done. Another example. We will tell the findings of the audit to a client. The client will say, yes, I will do. He will take a week, he will finish that in the books of accounts, get back. and how to verify that, or how to see whether the same thing has been edited or altered or reduced or increased. We have a challenge, right? Because another version of Tally will come and attach this. Am I right? Many times you also had a problem. Data will be received. It will be downloaded somewhere to some machine. People will take all Excel reports, work, save that Excel report properly designed space. And when you will go for review, you ask for open the Tally data, they'll go and search the Tally data. Am I right? Because the location of the Tally data, we don't know where it is. Am I right? Many other things, this is that. So like this, there are multiple things we as an auditor need to have control over this, where we lack control because of lack of technology, lack of options in the Tally module for the auditors, which I thought I can able to do something. So what did I do? So I'm not a programmer by, a coder by my profession. I'm just a chartered accountant and a commerce graduate. I went and studied a technology called PDL. PDL stands for Tally Definition Language. And I tried to read the database of Tally, how it stores the data. Then I thought of retrieving the data back to Excel, upon which I found out all these problems can be solved. How many of you given a disclaimer report with respect to clause 44 of 3C? I know everyone has given. Because the data to get into clause 44 is, it's not available. I tell you that can be done in a matter of 15 seconds using this tool. So this is what I'm going to tell you friends, or we are going to demonstrate this. Now what has happened, I started giving this tool from last year's faculty development program of that in Chennai. People have started to use this. There are many people are coming and people like Abhinav CH are coming and challenging me. Ram, you have given me 5 cases. I have 25 new reports for you. So the whole report comes as an Excel table through which people are running with Power Queries and other things and trying to extract a lot of information out of it and using it in their professions. So currently we are going to work on this Tally TDL. I'm not going to ask you to write any TDL. I've written the TDL. Also I compiled this and some portion of it, maybe 50-60% of the functionality, I give it to the members as a community version to use it. And also this has been given to the advanced IT students who are going to take it from 1st of July onwards, this tool. I thought of, as a open-handed, I give it this tool as part of this course also to the work studies. So, which we are going to see a demonstration. We will be on the same tool until from now. What's the time? 12 o'clock. Should be 12. Until 2-3 o'clock, we are going to work on it. It is a crux tool. With this, we can be able to solve too many problems. As an auditor, we can do everything within this core idea of audit automation and for the MIS reporting automation for the clients. So this is the outline. So let me just go and tell you how to download the tool. And friends, I want you to stay along with me. You need to work on currently with me. You should have any version of Tally data also. Most likely a 80 clock version of Tally, right? With or without license, no problem. So friends, see here, in the TechCA.app, you need to first go and log in or register. So first you need to go and register, give agree to the terms. This CAPTCHA solving is a difficult part. I want you to first register, then only you can go and download the TDL. Please do this step and try to log in. I'm going to log in now. And after registering, log in and go to this page, Data Analysis TDL for Chartered Accountants. If you need to have any problem in registering, there are people like Avinash and 5 volunteers. You can raise your hands and send any one of your volunteers to get this page. Standing. So friends, please land up at this page, that the last post in the forum, Data Analysis for Chartered Accountants, after logging in. And also know how many people you are logged in. Last minute line will show you. So if the login number of count is more than 30, I will proceed on. It's like a forum. You can also go and post something. You can also ask out. Other members can actually clarify. Any problem in registering, you can raise your hands, I can send some volunteers. No one. The captcha is slightly difficult. No, that is, it's an open forum, many of this forum. People are abusing it. That is why the community of that forum have made that captcha to be slightly difficult and tricky. Yes? So, I believe at least most of you would have gone this. Yeah, I can find some 20 people here, but 2 have not registered and logging in. No problem, you cannot download the file. Friends, now I want you to click on Tally Connector version number 2. Tally Connector version number 2. Which will have 2 zip files. I want you to click and download. The first one is a TDL file. The second one is a sample tally data. You can just click, you can download. I want you to click these 2 files and download. Extract the files. Keep it ready in your computer. So I think people have downloaded, so let me also download. Friends, very important, after 1st July, all the articles who are going to complete advanced ITT will be already working on this. So I think there are 32 downloads, I believe. There are 32 machines here, 435. Okay, let me just proceed on. So I want you to extract the files. Friends, in the VPN, if you have any trouble, you can contact the local person, Avinash, who is from near to Bellary or near to this place as well.
So how to use that?
Pardon?
How to use that?
You cannot do anything. You have to just extract and keep it ready. So friends, most of you have downloaded and extracted. Next 2 minutes, I want your utmost attention on the screen. Otherwise, you cannot move forward. Everyone, whatever the state of download or extraction would be, I want you to see the screen, otherwise you cannot connect it. The next toughest problem is the connecting part of it. If that is done, 75% of the work is done. Okay? So I want you to pay attention here. The folder number 10,001 is a tally data, you all know. The folder called Advanced ITT TCP is a TDL file which you cannot read anything or alter anything. It is compiled a TDL file. Now, what I am going to do first, I am opening a edit log version of Tally. Okay. Friends, without a Tally valid license, can you able to take all the reports date-wise from Tally? Can you effectively do any audits? No. Yeah, first day and last day. No problem. You can work on this TDL completely, even though you are working in the educational version. So I am now purposefully turning off my Wi-Fi because I should not get my license. You know my admin is configured. I'll get my Tally license. Reopening or relaunching the Tally as a educational version. Okay, just for the sake of making you understand. So I want you to open the Tally and open the data which you could download it and load the data. So it is working on for me in the education mode. Still it is a edit log. So going and giving a path for the Tally. It is called Venkateshwara Traders. I am loading the Tally data. Since it is a very higher version, some migration is happening in my machine. Yeah, data is loaded. Friends, let it load for your machine also migrate. Please see here the second and toughest step, which you have not actually done. You need to go to F1. Everyone's attention here. You need to go to F1. Click on TDL and add-ons. It will be like this. Please see this. Then you can do. It will be like empty like this. Give manage TDL option. Give yes here, and copy the path of TDL, paste it here, it will tell you the advanced activity TDL file name, select it, give yes and press enter. It will show you expired, but it will work properly. You will get the screen like this. How to identify? At the corner it will have a button, student TDL info. If you click on, if you get this button, TDL is loaded. That's it. So I want you to click here and get this button. After open a tally data. You can also keep your sample tally data ready. In the meanwhile, you can try with another data, line data as well. So if you have done this, the toughest part of the day is over. So friends, from now on, we'll be working with an Excel file with pivot tables and things like that. I know people from the last 4 rows, the Excel sheets will be visible or not. Okay? So I suggest you can come and occupy the front row. If you can able to occupy the front rows, it will be better. Because you know the Excel sheet cells will be smaller. Okay, hands down. I think another 30% is then yet to load. So I'll give you another 2 minutes to do. And don't shy away to ask help. There are 5 volunteers. I think volunteers are almost done. Because without this job, without this particular step, next 2 hours will not go. Because you have to connect. You need help? No. So Avinash is there, 3 more volunteers are here. If you have any help, you can raise your hands, they will help you. So how many of you need a help? Please raise your hands. Sir, please. Avinash. Anyone else? There are volunteers. You need help? Shall I move? Should I wait? Friends, how many of you still connecting? Please raise your hands. 1, 2, 3. Sir. Why don't you ask the person next to you? Shall I move on to the next step? No, you do. Somebody will next to you will learn. Because I should not make the others to wait all the way. Alright, friends, one last step. You have to click on F1, go to settings, click on connectivity, F1, L, settings, connectivity. Here it will say client server configuration, value exists. You need to click on this. Here by default it will be selected on none. I want you to select on both. By default it will be 9000 code. You leave it, save it. You leave it, save it. It should be both. Should be both. Problem with the codes? So there is sound. So friends, it's done. If it is done, I want you to close the tally. Close the tally. Right click on tally. Select run as administrator. Only one time. That's all. Run as administrator. Some kind of yes no button will come like this. You have to give yes. Can you check my charges? I'm not getting any cover here. Yes, go ahead. So friends, I believe Tally is running in administrative mode. The company is loaded. Friends, I believe you all loaded this I believe you all loaded this, and you know, I turn on my internet inadvertently. More options are coming. Okay. Now, what to be done? Excel to be opened. See here, very important. Excel to be opened. Make sure the Excel is, please see here, a 64-bit version of Excel. Start, file, account, under about Excel. Here it will show you 64-bit. Okay. Start, file, account, about Excel. In this place it will show you 64-bit. If you add this as 64, we can proceed from now on. If you have it as 32, you have to just listen to the screen now anymore. You cannot work with this data. But I will share this data with you in the same forum. I have another link to download. You can download and use it. Alright? So, now, how many of you are having 32-bit here? Okay, fine. So you cannot work with, I will share you the Excel file. Later you can try in your office. Later you can ask your service provider to install a 64-bit office. So friends, here, what I am going to do, friends, I want your attention here, everyone. You need to go to data. Everyone, irrespective of fact, wherever you are, volunteers will come and help you. Please, this one screen, data, friends here, get data, other sources, here you will have Microsoft query. Here you will have Microsoft query. For me, it is under legacy wizards. This Microsoft query, I am going to click on. I don't want you to do now. Please see here, Microsoft query. I am not getting any tally here. The reason being, my tally is not running in the administrator mode. I am going to again run as administrator. How many of you are getting tally in that particular window? No one? Data, get data, Microsoft query. I am getting tally ODBC 9003 because my port number was 9003. How many of you getting this? It will be 9003. Yes, then all the settings are proper. Please see here, you need to click on this view OK. You will get the list of tables. There are 3 tables in tally: daybook, ledger and stock. Daybook is basically all the transactions. Ledger is the master data. Stock is the stock master data. I am going to click on daybook. Click on this button. Please listen carefully. Give next and finish. It will ask you where should look. Should I look? I'll give OK. Now all the daybook transactions, there are 945 lines in this data. It has been loaded. I will show you 3 more times. 2 more times. Please listen carefully. Data, get data. Under other sources, you will have Microsoft query. For me, it is different because I am using a latest version of Office 365. It is under legacy wizards, Microsoft query. If the tally is running in the administrator mode, only I will get this. Okay? My case it is working. I am going to click give OK on this. Daybook I have already imported. Now I am going to click on ledger. Give next and finish in a new sheet. This sheet I am going to name as daybook. The second sheet I am going to name it as ledger. And it will not be a traditional export of reports from tally. where 100, 200 lines will take a few more seconds. Even 1,000 lines can be loaded in 1 second. If this is done, the data is lightly captured. I'll also show you one more thing. Please listen carefully. Friends, I will give you time to do. I'll give you 5 minutes. Please listen this page, how it is working. There is a ledger. There are totally 98 ledgers. I'm opening Tally. I'm going to create a ledger. ICAI. It's already there. I'm going to say Davangri ICAI. Under capital I've created. I'll come here, 98. Right click and refresh. It becomes 99. Okay. I'll also go to the day book. I'll put a W payment entry or something. Cash payment entry of 100 rupees I posted. Right click, 945 records. So the Tally data is lively connected to this particular Excel. So with this, from here we are going to see the analysis. Now I'll spend 5 minutes. Volunteers will help you to connect these 3 sheets from your Tally data. It's basically a copy of your data in a simple Excel format. Mr. Avinash is there. Yes, you have a problem, sir? Yes, we will help you. Volunteers? Huh? Oh, yeah. How many of you not getting Microsoft Query? Yes, you are all using Office 365, am I right? You are all using 64 bit only. Yes. You need to go to File, Options, Data. See this tick mark in the center of the page. Show Legacy Wizards, Microsoft Query. Okay, that's all. How many of you connected? Already got the data? Sir, I want you to help others, sir, please. Volunteers, sir, you got the data. Please help others. Yeah? Definitely. I'll do 2-3 more. I'll make sure that everyone getting this page. Another 2 minutes. That one, sir? Which version of Excel? Of Office Excel, it is 365 or 16?
The option 5 is not in the older version of Excel.
I'll come here. Show me the okay. Yeah. Put a blank portion. Data. Get external data. Other sources. Yeah, I think it is Office 2016, sir. That is Office 365. Some kind of menu. Okay. Yeah, what is it? This is a very old version. Other sources. Already explained your motion. But why you Tally is not running in action. You will like it will come, sir. Yeah. So please check whether your Tally, whoever not getting the Tally ODBC, check your version of Excel, whether it is 64 or 32. 32, no other way. Yes, sir, correct. Last one, Microsoft. Data, other sources. Tally running older version of much more very older version of Excel. Even though Tally runs in administrative mode, in that dialog box is not showing Tally. That is because of a reason. Your version of Excel will be a 32-bit. Even an older version, if it is 64-bit, it will be working. So you cannot proceed. I will share this Excel sheet after report to you. You can work on it. Okay? Yeah. So I expect volunteers to come and help. How many of you reached this? Sir? How many of you imported? Can you raise your hands? No, please raise it properly. It's imported. Oh my God. You have not done, sir? So why did you help others? You have done? Why? Huh? Excel is not responsible. Yours, sir? But fine, sir. It's 64 or 30. We can first take a orientation of this. Everyone has 30. Sir, you have done it, sir. Yours? Let's see, sir. I'll start the sheet. Friends, I'm here. If it is the latest version, I need to put it under legacy methods. Microsoft query. So, friends, I'm importing stock details also. Yeah. So the sheet is ready. Sheet is ready now. I'll go give file, save as somewhere so that I can work on this file. Now, whoever not getting it, I'm going to give the file, share the file with you now. Friends, whoever not working older version of Excel, the sample Excel file is also given in the link. You can go and download, no problem. You can work on from now on. Now for a moment I want to know how many of you are directly connected. Please raise your hands one last time. Okay. So, can I give you a small orientation on this or how to update to the latest version? Yes? Because most of the members are older. Yeah. So I can understand you all would have qualified 10, 15 years back or 20 years back. So friends, I want your attention here, please. Everyone, connected, not connected, please. Another 2 minutes. I'll give you some solution immediately tonight. You can go and resolve this. Yeah. How many of you using OneDrive we cannot able to connect. Please raise your hands. Using OneDrive. Now you cannot connect. Oh my God. Okay. Fine. You have a solution right now, sir. I'll tell you. So what is OneDrive, sir? What is OneDrive? Pardon? It's a cloud space where data can be saved and retrieved. What are the plans available?
365.
You have 365 plan. If the basic plan of OneDrive, you need to pay 143 rupees a month, 1,300 rupees, 1,400 rupees, 1,800 rupees a year to get only the storage space of 100 GB, I guess. Of 100 GB. 1,500, 1,800 is the cost. The second version of OneDrive, it has 4 versions. The second version of OneDrive comes with the Office 365 version. Office 365. Here, not only the storage, Microsoft Office, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, everything is given free. Everything is given free. Now, Microsoft, if you want to purchase anything install, they will charge you for a machine. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
For a machine. Now, there are two options available. Office 365, home version, family version. Home and family, or personal and family it is. The personal version price is 4,900 for a year. 4,900 for a year. The family version is 6,100 for a year. For a year. The family version, that is home version, with a Microsoft email ID, anything with Outlook.com, you need to create. You can use that email ID in 5 missions. How many missions? 5 missions. Install OneDrive in 5 missions. You can use the email ID in 5 missions to install Word, Excel, PowerPoint. The latest one, every week it gets updated. The 365 which I have. So, effective cost of using this personal version with 5 computers, it comes to less than 1,000 rupees a computer. What if you subscribe for the family version, which is 6,100 or 6,200, 5 email IDs can be added under your personal mail ID. For example, sir is using it and he wants to give me one. I have only Outlook mail ID. I can give and I will get 5. Avinan does not have, he has one Outlook mail ID. He can give us one more user for me. He can give. Like that, he can have one primary and additionally 4. Totally 5. So 5, totally 6. 1 plus 6. 1 plus 5 is totally 6 email IDs. Each email ID can be installed in 5 missions. So totally 6,100 rupees or 6,200 rupees, you get the Office 365 in 30 missions. Works to around 200 rupees for a year. So depending upon your size of the organization, please go and buy this. Now Microsoft is going to introduce, almost introduce co-pilots and all other features which you can work it out. And there are a lot of functions, new additional functions and things being given. I understand when you qualified this 2010 would have been the newest version which you are using it. There are some people who install the newest version without even paying any subscription, using any cracks. But I would suggest you to use any one of this. Very, very important. Either of this personal or the family plan, each mail ID gets 1 terabyte of storage or 1,000 GBs of storage. Each mail ID gets. So totally 6 mail IDs, 6 terabytes can be saved for just paying 7,000 rupees. And 30 computers for a year you can use. Word, Excel and PowerPoint. So this is what Office 365 is all about. I believe it's all you can all afford this and use this for the year. Fine. Now let me, if it is not downloaded, if you cannot connect it, you can go and click on the sample data zip file and open it. Now, let me just introduce each table. The ledger table is a master data, contains all the name of the ledger, the primary group of the ledger, opening and closing balance of the ledger. For example, the first ledger is alpha provisions. It is grouped under sundry debtors. The opening balance is 0, closing balance is 1,24,000. Please see here, friends. I'll go to tally, go to alter ledger alpha provisions, opening balance is 0, I'll put 45,000, save it. Come here, refresh. What is supposed to happen? The opening balance and the closing balance has to get changed. It is changed. Okay. Now, so I want you where this can be used. This is the ledger data closing and opening balance. Perfect. So everyone can answer articles, data sets, and very, very important. What kind of a report it is from Tally?
Real time.
No. What kind of report it is? What I can tell this about this report? What is the nomenclature I can set for this report? Trial balance. Tally has a default trial balance. What is the difference from the default trial balance versus trial balance? Tally gives you tree-like structure for the group, which is very difficult to create a financial sort of it. Now with this, you can just do a summit formula, take the total of data, put a total and create a financial statement. You are getting my point? I'll simply show you an example. So this is a financial statements, let's assume. Asset side, you have sundry debtors, or you are say receivables. Now please help me out, what is the formula I should use to take the total receivables from the ledger sheet? Sum it, or I can use sum ifs also. First let me use sum if. I'll say group name I would like sundry debtors. I'm going to say sum if range. I'll go to the ledger, select the primary group, comma, criteria is sundry debtors, comma, the closing balance, sum range. Since the debits are in negative, it's showing in negative, I'll change the symbol here as minus. It is 4,62,000. Friends, see here. I'm assuming this is the financial statements. I link CL, I'll go to tally. I'll change the alpha provision, which is debtors, from 45,000 to 4,56,000. I'll go here, I'll do a refresh. Click enter on it. Our financial statements will be connected, and just with the refresh it done. You can have a model template, For any client, you can use the same Excel sheet, right click refresh, and you can do it. Just try this out. And everyone should try this out because I've given the Excel file for you to download. So you can download and put a formula. Only thing is, will not refresh, will not work. You can just try it. So I'll give you quickly 2-3 minutes on this. And now you need to tell me where and all you can use this. Preparing financials. Yes, opening balances in the schedule 3, financial statements. Aging you cannot use it, sir, because it only gives you the closing balance. But I have another solution. I'll get the formula also for you. This is the formula. I believe the formula is Friends, this is the list of sundry data. What you are identifying by this? Anything you are getting out of this? Is it right for me to create a sum if, take this total balance? Are you identifying anything out of the items which are selected? Yeah, credit balance is also coming, sir. So what most likely we plan to do with the credit balance? Keep it as advances, right? So I'm going to say advance from customers. Here I'm going to put a formula. Now should I include the credit balance? No. I'm going to change the formula a little bit. I want you to see here. I'm going to say sum if instead of sum if. I'm going to say sum ifs. Again, the older version of the computer will not have this formula. Okay? It says sum range. So I'm going to go to the ledger, select the closing balance. One click on the alphabet E column, and then this will be selected. Comma, criteria range 1. It is the parent of the primary group. Comma, criteria 1 is the sundry debtors. Comma, criteria 2 range is the same ledger closing balance. The criteria is lesser than 0 to be in double quotes. It is actually 10 lakhs because of the credit balance showing lesser number. Okay. You can also hide this group name so that the same formula I'm going to copy, paste it here. I'm going to say greater than 0. Formula, I'll change it as plus. This is the formula for sum use. Yeah, it is done. You got it? Got this?
Advance from customers is 10 lakhs. Debtors is 1 lakh 44.
No, sir. Really? No, less than 0. My negative ones are debit balances. I think it will come, the balance will come as net as income. And now, friends, I'll just drop you a hint here. There are some functions called filters. Filter. I can select the array, I can filter it out, select the entire ledger, 3 columns or 2 columns, name and amount. Filter only the sundry debtors and list me. Like that I can use it. I'm not going to do this. Then the list of sundry debtors will come. Like a filter. It will come like, it will be like a subschedule to the main. So this filter can be used. But for this you need only Office 365. I believe only 5 of you are working on it. I'm not going deep into it. I'm just giving you throwing you a link. Now, what are the advantages? The advantages are like this, friends. Preparation of financial statements is get automated. You have a sample for the Schedule 3 financials, get connected with the tally. Then what will happen? You reopen another company and right click and refresh. Did you get a change? Is it a problem or not? It is a benefit because I need not to repeat my work. I get updated every day. I can go very well, click on this, go to this table, click on this table design, click on this unlink button. just filter, remove the filter, table design. Here I have a button called unlink. If I click on it, refresh will not work. But it will not reverse this process. Unlinked and unlinked. Again, I need to create a new sheet and link. Will this be helpful? So that the refresh will get stopped. Accidental refresh gets stopped. Are you getting my point? What I do in my office, I have a ledger data. I'll say it is dynamic, ledger icon dynamic, and I'll create one more sheet called ledger icon static. Copy paste. So every time it gets refreshed and see, there's no problem. Copy paste from the static all the formulas given. So hardly I'll have problem. Yes, you can do pivot tables. You can do a lot of things. Sir. You can do a lot of things with that. It helps you in properly planning the financial statements. Now I will explain with you, there are few more tables, few more columns out of this. Previous year balance, opening balance is that. Previous year balance is that. What is previous year balance? The revenue ledgers will not have an opening balance. Correct? ROC schedule 3, we need opening balance for the revenue accounts as well. It will be coming under the previous year balance sheet. And whether it is a revenue or not, that is whether it is balance sheet ledger or a revenue ledger is being shown here. Some cases, the accountants are so mad, an item of revenue ledger they will create under some advances, put it under balance sheet. Have you ever come across that? Those can be identified by this revenue, or here there is one more table called nature LED. Balance sheet ledgers are given, probably also ledgers also given. You can just filter out and find. And very, very important, what is the updated date here? In my case, I reedited the tally in the 4.1 edit log. It is giving me an updated date here and updated time here. Created by created date, altered by altered date. Last voucher date is also given. Okay, company name from who is given. Now I'll show this data how to play out with audits. Let's say it is for 2021 by default data. I want you to do first lesson. I'm going to insert a ledger today, pass the entry in the previous financial year for management. I'm going to tell you how to find this. So let's go create our ledger. Okay, Siddharth drawings. Okay, I don't want the auditor to find. Okay, so it's basically it's a debit balance. So I'll mark it under sundry data. Also, I'll do one thing. I'll go and create a username for me quickly. I created a ledger just now. Edit log is enabled. Username is also there. I'm going to pass a voucher, payment voucher on 31st March, maybe 30th of March. A cash payment to Siddharth, 45,000. Entry is created. Okay. And see here I'm going to do a refresh to the ledger. It is refreshed. I'll filter Siddharth. Closing balance is 45,000. Grouped under balance sheet. Updated date is 1/6/24 at 1:15 p.m. 13:15. Created by Ram. This date it is created, and the last voucher date is 30th March 2021. So what it says? What it says? Back it again. Back it again. Friends, I told this to my IT student sometime back last year. This can be even got without a TDL also. because most of your members are, not with your Excel. I'll just give you a small 3 lines of SQL query. You can copy paste in the calculator manually process. Okay, which I'll do it now. So I was taking advantage of this session last year audit times. One student that came and learned, all of them learned this. The next week I have one more class. He's coming and telling me, sir, I ran this report. I got the data. I just filtered out why you passed this backdated entry. I gave a list of 45 ledgers to my client. He said, client also almost fainted, sir. And he's asking me how we get this report. So friends, this will help us. See, I'm not telling the fact, no, the client would have done a fraud and he's going and putting a backdated entry. No. See, whenever there is a small observation or anomaly we detect, we need to do a substantial procedures in the audit. This is such kind of an event which requires you to do a substantial review of that particular ledger. Likewise, you can find it in transaction also. So I just want to know, I'll give you a couple of minutes for people you to connect it and pass an entry, refresh it, see whether it is coming or not. If you create a username, the username will also come. Meanwhile, I'll give you a small query for others. Run that query in your calculator, and the same report will come. So others also can able to right now go and create a user if you can, or go and try to create a ledger, pass an entry in the previous financial year. I will come out with a query for you shortly. Friends, who were not able to connect, were just working with my static file, I want you to relook the blog. You will have a piece of code here. You can do select all, copy this, select all. Others also can try. Select all, copy this, paste it in your calculator panel and press enter. You will get the data. But not as readily, connect. If the query, everyone should get it. If not, I'll send some volunteers to help you out. Irrespective of whatever version of Tally you are working on this, you need to get this query in your laptop. How many of you got this? Please raise your hand. I just want to. Okay, very few numbers. Okay. So friends, there are volunteers. If you want to help on this copy pasting of this query, we are ready to send you some volunteers. Everyone should get this step. And whoever could not able to connect, no problem. The session is being recorded and will be shared to you shortly by the management so that you can also refer it for the future. So anyone needs help, you can raise your hands. I can send people. Friends? Should we? So that you can just identify by one more column HO branch balances.
What if there is no user created?
It's actually empty. Created by will be empty. Sir, very weird things that happened to me, friends. That with the created date and time, there are one client. Most of the alteration happening within 9 days. So outside the office, there was what kind of alteration then we were able to check. How many of you not done? Please raise your hands. I will send some help. You have struggled with copy pasting the query in the calculator panel. So I think people are doing it. Allow them for 1 more minute or 2 more minutes. There are a lot of volunteers ready now. If you want, you got. So now the problem is there are 40-60 ledgers. We don't know which is last got altered. Am I right? We'll come to the problem on the day 1. What is altered? I need to go one by one. If I have Excel, and by the way, you can do it, export it to Excel also. Okay, no problem. You can just give RT, it will get exported to Excel also. But in the screen itself, you can see order the ledger based on what is last altered. Okay? You can see my screen. There is something called alter ID. The alter ID will get changed to the latest number as and when an alteration is done. You getting my point, friends? So what I am going to do is simply slightly modify the query. Order by dollar. Where is that? Alter ID. Friends, see here. So just see here how it is changing. It was the smallest alter ID to the largest alter ID minus the bottom. Okay. I'll go and slightly change it. DESC in the descending order. Yes, it is the last topmost one altered. On June 1, 1:15 p.m. Ram is altered, as well as he is created. This also captures the updated date will capture the latest alteration, that is created date, and also date also. So friends, tell me, share with your feedback and any doubts you have on this subject to explain.
Sir, when did you enter 128?
Pardon, sir?
128, you have altered some items.
No, sir, that is what, when I started the session by migrating the tally. So all of this is coming, because I mean the 4.1, that was a very old version. When it's rewriting, it is created new. Pardon, sir?
Before starting the session, I thought you had entered.
No. It is data up there. Once I just got upgraded from older version, that's it. So friends, tell me, what are the advantages of this? Audit trial, it can helpful in finding which entry where got altered. Very important, you can go and concentrate on the ledgers mapped under loans and liabilities. With this system, you can find out identify the ledgers where there are regrouping. Nothing. A financial statements preparation can be automated. can be automated by using this. So any questions? Or you want more time to connect? Shall I move on to the next one? Pardon?
This is the sample data template. So we can analyze the ledgers and the which groups they are lying in.
Yeah.
Negative or positive.
Yes.
So by doing intelligent tally, you can get data here.
Ah.
But if you want to regroup, let's say 1,000 line items, balances, I want you to regroup into some other thing.
Like I did for advanced for customers. You can do through the formulas and functions.
No, what I'm asking is, after doing it in Excel, and you import it
You can. Using the 4.1 input utility. You know there is an input utility in 4.1? Yes. So what you can do is, copy the ledgers, what kind of amendments required in the field of opening balance or in the field of groups. Paste it over there. Just say re-upload or import it. You can say overwrite option. What happened? Overwrite. Again you do a refresh. Yes. But make sure that you have sufficient backup before you analyze it. So friends, you got to know why the master ID and alter ID is there. Yes. Again, how many of you, especially this question is to the articles over here, paid estimates here, how many of you struggled reconciling a data with opening balance of the previous year? Because the tally gives you tree-like structure. It does not give you plus minus, it gives you DR and CR and gets a mess out of it. And the ledger name changes from year to year. Am I right, friends? Yes? No problem. A master ID, try to alter a ledger and see what happens to the master ID. Master ID will remain the same. You try to change the name of the ledger, try to change the group of the ledger, try to change the opening balance of the ledger, the master ID will be same. So is it easy to identify or verify the opening balance? Just with the IDs? Please check out. Try to actually see whether the master ID changes or not. I'll give you a last 2 minutes.
What if the data is corrupted and they haven't done anything?
But yeah, in that case you don't answer. You have to follow the ID. Then also we have an option. You check with Mr. Ratnagiri sir, there's something called fuzzy match. He also has some post on fuzzy match in the forum. Sir, I'll tell you, just with this master ID what I have undergone. There used to be one big client for my principal 5 years back when I did articles 6 years back. The principal as a client which has 12,000 ledgers, sir. 12,000, lot of regroupings, opening balance becomes a mess. We used to take the tally detailed trial balance printout with the group, we tried to explode everything and it was running into 16 pages. So I'll make sure sundry data and creditors every ledger is verified. I gave this copy to the article who just joined a week back. He tried verifying, he's saying, no, this ledger jumped here. There is 1.5 lakhs of difference in this group, but I don't know where it is. Like that he came to me at 2:30 in the afternoon, and he said, no, I'll go to lunch and come back. I said, don't go. Complete this balance 4 pages. Come back, then you have. He came at 4 o'clock. I said, okay, fine, you go and have. And he wants to mess out me because he tried for the whole day. He thought that will take more time. I said, okay, keep it there. I imported these things. I did a VLOOKUP. I said, okay, these are the 5 ledgers. It's a problem. It's too early. He just looked at me top and bottom. And he thought that, I could have told this even before that. But you didn't need to know the pain of, doing an opening balance verification. So now with this master ID things, you can do the opening balance verification in a matter of few seconds. Again, you can have a template. Do a reconciliation. Previous year tally you can get this data. Current year tally you can get this data. Do a VLOOKUP for the opening balance. So any questions on this? Shall I move on to the next item? And whoever not connected, please let me know. This has to be coming in your tally. Correct. If it's not there, there are people here who will come in. Everyone got this? Friends, if you're working, please let me know. I can send volunteers. Okay, fine. You got it. Getting this. Any other questions you have on this? On this ledger master? On this application? Where it can be used? No. Alright. So I'll move on to the next part of the discussion. Friends, I want you to quickly go through the day book sheet and what kind of columns data it has. Maybe try importing or try passing a data, refresh if you are directly connected, filter out the, sort it out according to the master ID here and alter ID here and see what is last done allowed. What kind of fields it is reflecting. A small 2 minutes exercise for you. So people who are not connected also, I want you to do. I'll be sharing the query shortly for this table as well. Friends, query to get the day book also done. You can get the day book data also here. So, please tell me what you have identified in this day book data. What kind of fields? Features? No, not by seeing this thing. You can also rubber the sheet and tell me what you have identified. Yes, the vouchers that I think we are getting near to the 269 SST part. What kind of voucher it is so that we can find out whether it is a item of only a financial transactions or only an item of trade. Anything else you identify? Each line has a debit and credit. And at the total of the amount column, can you just check what is the total, net total of the column called amount? Zero. Mathematically telling, sir? Any other things you have found out? And the amount, maybe in the query it will not show you any negative symbols. In the Excel sheet you have plus and minuses. So debits are in negatives and credits are in positives. So multiple debits and multiple credits also being taken care of. Line number is also there, which will tell you how many number of lines are there in that particular voucher. Anything else you identify? So what is the time to break, sir? Because it will take another 45 minutes, so should I keep it? Okay, 15 minutes. Anything else you identified with the data?
GST.
Number.
General voucher and payment voucher.
General vouchers be passed for GST. Okay. Sir started to put filters and analyze the data. Okay, anomalies the data. Friends, I tell you what have you done so far now. Rather we are getting anomalies, then we know what kind of the client's accountant's proficiency and the financial background. If you find a lot of things on the dated before the backdated, you can find out, you can almost ascertain the risk and the amount of time we need to spend on that particular client. Anything else?
Data validation.
Yes, data validation, this alter the same thing, already changes. Any other field? Voucher GST number, ledger GST number, what is this?
Master GST is different from voucher.
Some cases there is a difference. Yeah. So friends, what is this GST number in a ledger and a GST number in a master? What it says? Can we have two GST numbers in Tally? One in the ledger master and another one is in the voucher master. You can.
Yes.
I'll tell you how it is. A particular accountant tries to book a purchases entry. He creates a vendor master for the first time with a typo in the GST number, wrong GST number. After that, he will immediately pass a purchase voucher. The voucher gets the wrong GST number. Then after 2-3 months, when he books a second invoice, he identifies the error somehow. He goes and changes master. Now the new second voucher will get the updated GST number. However, the old voucher will have the wrong GST number which got updated. I think versions after 4.0 in Tally, whenever you go and change it, the GST number, it asks you a question, should I go and change to all the vouchers or not? Some versions effective date and applying. But without that, all of this are showing a wrong number only. So for the same party, 10 invoices are there, 5 invoices could be having a wrong GST number, another 5 could have a right GST number. Or sometimes when there is change in constitution, updates of the GST number, you will find a difference. Still, I am getting bunch of GST notices for these differences and some anomalies in 2A and 2B. This will help you. You are getting my point? Friends, so that's why I brought two numbers. So what is the next column? The regular registration type will help you. Tell me the context where you put. Pardon? Identity, eligibility, composition, knowledge. Yes, sir? Any other? You have to deeply look 3CD report. I'm telling GST and 3CD report, what is the connection? Yeah, class 44 of 3CD. So you mark a voucher, a ledger master as regular. The moment you put the GST number, it will ask you whether it's a regular composition or ACZ or exemption supplies. That has been brought here. So this will be helpful for the case to analyze particular GST or fill the class 44. We will be doing that class 44 now. But I'll tell you friends, the class 44 makes me to understand much more beyond the scope of why class 44 is introduced. We will be working on that now. Class 44, you know, maybe there are a lot of senior members here, maybe they can explain the context why class 44 is introduced. But in this data, I'm going to take the class 44 report in a matter of 20 seconds or 15 seconds, and I'm getting a lot of information through it. I believe we can understand the client accounting topology or the kind of business he is running with that one particular report. So I'm just going to go through this class 44. And you are right, this column is given to take the class 44 report in time. So I want you to follow. So whoever has whatever version of Tally, you have opened this. Please follow me in Excel. What I'm going to do. Select everything. No, friends, I want you to see, then do. 20 seconds. Please see here. Select everything. Go to insert and click on pivot table. Don't go now, just see. So the day book is being taken. So what is the class 44 left side fields? Because you are not given disclaimers, you don't know what fields have been asked. Anyone, come on. List of expenses. Yes. It is ledger name here. Drag it to the row. What happens? All the ledgers are reflecting here, sir. I'll take the amount, put it to the value. Basically, it is like the sum of the day book. Okay? A trial balance kind of report. I'm going to take here the parent or the primary group. I'll come to the parent and primary group, going through for that. I'll add it to a slicer. So first step is adding the ledgers. Second step is adding the amount. Third step is adding a slicer to the group. Here only I will take the, what kind of ledgers I need to take? Direct expenses, indirect expenses, purchases, what else? I need to take fixed assets also. Capital assets also being included. It's not here in my tally, so I'm not taking fixed assets. I got all the transactions, sir. Now we need to bifurcate among registered, composition, and examiner analysis. So simple type of registration, party GST type, I have tried to columns. Done. Now which group I don't know, so last step, ledger group, I drag it to the rows. Done. Please just look at this, I will give you time to do. Just look at this data. What kind of insights this is giving us. I'll show you how to do. I'll do it one more time also. Just I want to observe this. What is this blank? Basically unregistered. That field is not there. Basically an unregistered expenditure. So total expenditure is 24 lakhs in this case, out of which total expenditure is 24 lakhs. This unregistered is properly given as unregistered. Okay. If there is a direct cash payment, expenditure is limited, all those are coming in lakhs. 24 lakhs of expenditure. I think some 40 lakhs of turnover. Anything else apart from this, it says this particular statement. Anything else you find that this particular sheet says? I dropped your int actually. I know many senior members are like your practice in the direct tax domain, and indirect tax is slightly the second child, a little far away from you. I just want the younger members to guess me something out of this. Pardon?
Class of transactions.
Ledger-wise? Yes, will that be helpful? Right? What is it? Why? Come on. You're coming to the root now. Any item falling under RCM? Am I right, sir? Unregistered RCM then. If it is a director remuneration, a director sitting fees, GTA, one of the weird cases, the company has to repay the loan which they got from the directors. In an audit, they asked me for the repayment of the loan, they asked me to pay GST under RCM. Okay. So, and rent, see whether TDS is applicable or not. Check whether the rental is for a commercial entity, then why the landlord is putting without a GST. Anything else apart from that? From the consumption angle, from the GST cash payment angle, one intel dropping. This client has paid 8,000 rupees GST in cash during the year. That's all. 8,000 rupees GST cash during the year. Please. On a turnover of say 50 lakhs. No, please deeply think. I know, I understand you all work from a direct tax angle. ITC. So what is ITC? Correct. Now the turnover is 50 lakhs, revenue is 50 lakhs. The total expenditure falling under the GST chain is only 12 lakhs. Will they have more ITC? Unless it is brought forward from the previous year. So what happens to the client? What happens to the GST tax payment situation? I dropped they have only paid 8,000 rupees as taxes this year. So let's assume 9% or 18% of business. What it says?
Ready for inspection.
Pardon?
Get ready for inspection.
Yes, Sarah has already got the point. What would have happened is, friends, if out of 50 lakhs of transaction, 12 lakhs of transaction only falls under the GST chain or the input tax chain or the ITC chain, balance 38 lakhs or we know 12 lakhs does not come in any of the input scheme, and the client has paid a minimal amount of cash, GST cash. Only two situations. Opening balance of ITC should be way higher, or during the year he has taken bogus purchases and claimed that it to be because it is auto-drafted. Are you getting it? Shall I say one more time? Shall I tell you one more time? Sir, I will tell you how it is happening. getting many of calls from my clients. So I'm going to buy gold. They're asking GST number. Just give it and come back. People are buying cars. They're giving and coming back. You know, one of my clients began me for almost a year. He was into air conditioning servicing. He wants to buy a car, take input. Possible? He made it possible, sir. In spite of I said no, he made it possible. No, he bought a car. I forgot the name of company. It will have two cabins like a car. Behind the car, the duct will be an open body like a Tata is. Well, I don't know company name. We can very well say these are for the goods carriage and very well contained. Correct? Now these credits will be automatically coming in 2 weeks. So what our client will do? You know, whenever I go, out with my wife for any vacation, when they ask for any GST number, she will jump forward to give her GST number. You know why? Now in this case also same. If I drop in that, then hardly take any ITC, but during the year 8,000 rupees is the payment of ITC, then there is something wrong. Some big issue in the GST input part of it. So the bifurcation between the regular and the unregistered GST makes a bigger difference. Do you know, now you got to know why the government wants this information from you. It is maybe an information you just thrown, but they have a vital part of it. So they will very well compare with this sheet to the cash paid by the dealer during the year for that particular transaction. I think you have a similar report to be reported under table number 8 of 9C, correct? Yes, this can be utilized. And very well it could be, you can drill it through for RCM related items and other items where GST normally come in a forward charge. You can very well refer this sheet. Any questions? And should I wait for some more time or we can do for lunch is ready? Yeah. But before that, let's ask any questions. So any questions, friends? I will give you a small hint. Now people are challenging me for the sessions I've done in the past. They say, Ram, you have given me only 4 scenarios. I am trying to do more report out of this. You have 44 columns in the daybook. So people are trying more on this, trying to get more reports out of this and giving it. So I'm just giving you throwing a small hint on how this can be utilized. Next post break we will be working on with respect to the GST reconciliation. GST reconciliation part of it. And with that we will complete this and we will move on to the introduction of Python to automate this entire audit process. I don't want to do a full session as such completely on this time, because since the data is given to you, the very crucial part is extracting this data and working on it Excel. And also there are many people come and tell me, no, I have this cloud-based software which gives a similar report. I upload the data in a single click. It does all the difference. Why should I study all of this? People are coming and asking me. Last week somebody asked me and he could be able to do 194Q TDS reconciliation through this data. So people are trying to innovate more things which is not actually available. And very, very important point, my dear friends. Unlike any other tool, the data is not uploaded elsewhere. The data is always stays within you. You can go and create multiple pivots like this and refresh. Not necessarily you need to repeat the process. I have a single template, load the data, refresh all the pivots. What happened? We put this updated and so we'll go to break, we'll go for lunch and come back and continue.